What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? JamiroFan 2000 here with yet another episode of JamiroFan Talks About. For the initiated in this series here on my YouTube channel, this has been my discussion series of nearly 9 years looking at the past, present, and future of Jamiroquai, and they're now over 31 years of musical and influential making. And boy, oh boy, has the Jamily been in a fever pitch on social media as of the last week of September into October of 2024, with JK putting out a video going in for the first time, in some cases, more detailed into what we can expect from the upcoming ninth Jamiroquai album, which is hopefully going to be coming out sometime in 2025, but giving us a status on where that album is. And thank goodness JK did that video, because now we know that the album is in this final penultimate finality, and that finality being going into mixing and coming into some kind of band-led formation on what potentially a track list and everything is going to be looking at from what we can expect from the ninth Jamiroquai album as we go forward into the holiday season of 2024 into 2025. So I promised in the last episode of the Jamiroquai Minute here on my channel to do a bit of a more in-depth, speculative episode of JamiroFan Talks About, fleshing out just based off of what we got over this last weekend. So far, it was only 2 videos in length that we got. One from JK being very, very brief. Actually going, like I said, as I prefaced at the beginning of this episode of the JamiroFan Talks About, going into actually giving us the track list number, how many tracks we expect for the ninth Jamiroquai album, and another video that came out of completely left field of Matt Johnson in the studio performing a melody, that's right, a melody to, speculatively, one of the new tracks that is going to be on the ninth Jamiroquai album, and then at the end of it giving us yet, much like JK teased us in that first video, a little snippet of a killer drum break by Derek McKenzie, accompanied by a little bit of JK vocal while he was in the studio with one of the studio techs, apparently going through the songs, maybe trying to come up with a final track list or a little more of a structure for one of the new songs. But like I said, I was going to do an episode of JamiroFan Talks About to flesh out more of what I think, based off of this small amount of content that we got, on what we're going to expect from the ninth Jamiroquai album. Now, this is one of the most highly anticipated albums from Jamiroquai, and based off the social media response on just these 2 solitary videos, one from Jamiroquai HQ and of course one from Matt Johnson's separate Instagram account, this is going to we at least have a little bit of a 1-second glimpse. I do mean 1-second glimpse of where musically the ninth Jamiroquai album is going to potentially be going. And it seems to be going more maybe in a bit. Now, this is based off 1 second of the actual playback of that one song, as I said, of Matt playing the keyboard melody to, I'm guessing, that song. In parallel in that video on where they're going to be going. And based off that 1-second snippet, this could be a mixture of the old and new sound. And like I said, this is a speculative video, so please do not take anything I say as the gospel. Please take it with a grain of salt. This is just me purely making a little bit of speculation, at least for entertainment's sakes. But it looks like that they're going to be going a bit of a new sound, maybe old sound. But like I said, this is only 1 second. And for the members of the family who are not active on Instagram and have not seen this video from Matt Johnson on his respective Instagram account, here is that video, less than 8 to 9 seconds of Matt Johnson playing that keyboard melody, followed by a quick little 1-second snippet of the actual studio version. And Matt Johnson, take it away. And there you go. There's that quick little snippet video, and I'd like to spend a massive thank you to Matt Johnson of Jamiroquai on his respective Instagram for sharing that clip. And boy, oh boy, like I said, the Jamily is at a fever pitch of excitement based off that. And I'm not going to say that the other band members, when they get back into the studio, when they're other outside of Jamiroquai commitments, because I know for a fact that Matt Johnson and Derek McKenzie of Jamiroquai are going to be busy for the month of October 2024 when they rejoin Purple Disco Machine on his Paradise tour, because he just recently released a new solo album. Well, Matt Johnson and Derek McKenzie, who started out, who actually performed with Purple Disco Machine on his first few dates in Germany on his Paradise solo album tour. Well, they're going to be busy for the month of October, being on the road with Purple Disco Machine. But so I don't want to say that other band members will be putting up more studio snippets to tease us any further, but like I said, it is not outside of the realm of Jamiroquai to be continuing these teases of album 9 musicality, instrumentation, or what have you. But like I said, this is an exciting time, and according to the first video from JK, we know for a fact that the ninth Jamiroquai album is pretty much done. It's in a finality, and it's going to be going into album mixing. Now, that could mean a number of things. It could mean being shipped off to another part of the world to be mixed by a professional producer slash mixer with an automaton. That was sent out in the latter part of 2016 over to America and put in the hands of Mike Gumkowski, who is a very well esteemed producer and mixer in the American music industry, who mixed that Jamiroquai album into one of the best produced mixed albums in Jamiroquai's discography, probably since Synchronized from 1999 or 98, I should say. So I can't say who is going to get it, who it might be mixed by, because right now the ninth Jamiroquai album is in a bit of a formulative stage, and that is in coming up with a final track list that the band is cool with, making sure the songs have a compositional and musical structure that JK is cool with and Matt is cool with, and coming up with the physical stuff that is going to comprise the album. That could be cover art, that could be liner art, it could be photography, it could be a number of things. Like I said, it's a formulative period when an album is being created. Now, members of the Jami, at least hardcore members of the Jami, remember back in 2001 when that formulative chrysalis happened accidentally on an online leak of the AFO test pressing, or the A Funk Odyssey test pressing from the year 2001, that ended up getting online and giving the Jami a bit of a rare glimpse into a perspective or formulative track list for a Jamiroquai album that was not being officially released, but somehow got leaked online in a watermarked promo. But that's just an example of the stage that this ninth Jamiroquai album is currently in. And like I said, this is a speculative video. This is not a written in brass tacks, but some of the information that's pretty much, I could say with 100% certainty, the ninth Jamiroquai album is done, at least in a post-recording phase, and it's in a formulative phase right now. Now, I'm sure the band members will be coming out with the blessing of JK with more teases maybe in the future, but I can't say that with 100% certainty. That is up to the band members of Jamiroquai and JK and whatever they decide to share from the studio to further tease the Jami on this, but I'm sure you will see me covering it on future episodes here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel, so that can also be said with some certainty. But we do know that the album is going to be at least 11 tracks, and given how Jamiroquai records a lot of material, and I do mean a lot of material, I'm sure it is more than 11 tracks, but for right now, according to JK, they have decided on 11 tracks for this album, at least for the track list for right now, and that's just basically on an exploratory level. That is not written in stone, but you take the word of JK as much as you take the word of JK when in the case of the eye or the ear of the beholder. So that is it for right now, for what we know about the ninth Jamiroquai album. I hope everybody in the online Jami has been enjoying all my updates when I've been able to do them in JamiroFan Talks About or other Jamiroquai related videos here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. I pride myself on trying to bring you all the latest news concerning the ninth album, at least in staying in respect to what the band want us to know and what they decide to share on social media. And I'm sure there's going to be many more videos to come with more tidbits from the ninth Jamiroquai album that they decide to release or share in their own time. So you can bank that the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel will stay on top and will report to you all the latest news as it becomes available at the discretion of the band when they decide to do. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000. I hope everybody have been enjoying all the content coming from the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and then ding the bell on your YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest content coming from the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel as we go into the holiday season of 2024 and we finally go into autumn, my favorite time of the year. And like I said, we are in exciting times in the beginning of the ninth album era for Jamiroquai, so I will in full endeavor to bring you all the latest news as it becomes available. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with more Jamiroquai related content content here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks again, everybody, for the support, and I'll see you very soon.